And while we're on the subject of the Robocop franchise, let's briefly look at the brand new remake by Jose Padilla. I just saw it a couple of hours ago at the time of writing, and the Robocop remake is actually pretty good. The filmmakers put a lot of effort into making an entertaining, clever film with the same basic plot and characters, but bringing in new ideas and interpretations and spotlighting different, contemporary issues for satire. In short, it does what a remake should do. The main conflict of the remake is effectively the inverse of the original. In the remake, Murphy has full access to his personality, emotions, and memories after the conversion, but is rendered robotic and unemotional to be made more efficient and prevent overload, and must regain his emotions again on the urging of his wife Clara. I like the greater presence of Murphy's wife and son, as it provides a second emotional perspective and allows for a more intimate, personal connection. You are sad that Murphy is being exploited by OCP, but also feel indignation at him being kept from his family, as there is clear love and concern between them. Joel Kinnaman does fine as Murphy, but is overshadowed by his co-stars, including Michael Keaton as the bombastic OCP CEO, Gary Oldman as a compassionate but conflicted scientist, Jackie Earle Haley as a military technician with a grudge against Robocop, and Samuel L. Jackson, who is having a ball as a hyperbolic, Bill O'Reilly-esque news presenter in an amusing jab at right-wing Republican news programs like Fox News. I love the grotesque body horror-like scene of Murphy having his armor removed so that he can understand the full extent of his reconstruction, as you see that under the armor he's just a head, a heart, and a pair of lungs. The effects are great, I like the sleek new Robocop design, and the action is quite good. Many people complained about the tamer PG-13 rating for this remake, but the remake kinda skirts around this limit with a less-is-more approach, using skillful edits and camera work, shadows, and robot skirmishes to imply violent death without showing graphic detail. Robocop's training sequence, the drug lab shootout, and his fight with several Ed 209s are awesome action sequences. The Robocop remake takes some different approaches to the original, but it's less intelligent, witty, or audacious than the original, and has some flaws, mainly in its plot. The fact of Murphy being unknowingly modified so that his programming takes over in combat situations, and Murphy only thinks he's in control, is a well-meaning plot point that doesn't really go anywhere, and it does seem to miss the point of the film, as symbolism and placing a human mind and face on a machine in order to foster greater trust for OCP's products was the imperative issue, not combat efficiency. This Murphy's pursuit of revenge is underwritten, as crime boss Antoine Vallon, this film's Clarence Boddicker, his plans, and the crooked cops working for him are barely established, and Vallon is killed off with very little incident or impact. It also seems a little detached, for the main objective OCP had for Robocop was to have the Dreyfus Act repealed and OCP law enforcement drones and robots authorized for use in the US, as after a quite confronting intro showing the robots' use in Tehran, the Dreyfus Act and the drones are only sparsely referenced throughout the film, and so drift out of your mind. The Robocop remake isn't as good as the original, but it doesn't have to be, and it's still quite good. The remake is very well acted, visually strong, exciting, and emotionally engaging enough for me to give it 3 3/4 stars out of 5. I just can't give it a 4, though. Thanks for watching. Cheers.